Hey there, dear students. Today we are going to talk about the past continuous tense. What exactly is the past continuous tense? Let's have a look at this sentence. I was walking down the street when I met an old friend. You can have a look at the picture. I was walking down the street when I met an old friend. So the sentence here, so it has two parts. This part, I was walking, and I met. So which one of these is the past continuous? Tell me. Right, so I was walking. Okay, so we use this grammar, we use the past continuous for action which was in progress in the past. So let's have a look at the forms and then I will tell you more about how we use the past continuous. So the positive, I was walking, he was walking, she was walking, and so on. Watch out, as many students say, I was walk, he was walk, but that's wrong. You gotta say, I was walking, as we always need this was, and we always need this ink. So you were walking, we were walking, they were walking. Can you say you was walking? Many students say that, but it's again wrong. You were walking, we were. Negative is very similar, we just have to add not. I was not walking. Or you can make it shorter, I wasn't walking, he wasn't walking, she wasn't walking, and so on. You were not walking. Again, you can make it short. You weren't walking, we weren't walking, they weren't walking. And questions. Was I walking? Was he walking? Was she walking? And so on. Were you walking? Were we walking? Were they walking? Here you can see was you, but that's wrong. We have to say were you? Were you walking? Alright, so how do you use this grammar? So we use it when we say what was happening at a specific time in the past. What does it mean? What is a specific time? So for example, 6 a.m. or 7 p.m. or last night. That's a kind of a specific time. So for example, at 6 a.m. I was waking up. So it means that at 6 a.m. I was, doing this and getting out of bed. So I want to say that waking up was in progress. Or for example, at 7 p.m. I was cooking dinner. So it means at 7 p.m., I was adding salt and adding spices. So I want to say that cooking was in progress. So that's the first use of the past continuous tense. So something that was in progress at a specific time. Second use. So let's say we are telling a story and we want to say what was happening in the background. Yeah. So for example, the sun was shining and the birds were singing. So very often I talk about the weather and what was happening in the background. So when you read books, you will often, or short stories, you will often see it like this, yeah? The wind was blowing, yeah? So like second use, so we are saying what was happening in the background. And the third use is an interrupted action. So what is an interrupted action? So I was cooking dinner when my father came home. So I was cooking, that was in progress, when my father came home. So the fact that my father came home kind of interrupted the cooking, the action, yeah? Or we can also say, I was driving when suddenly my phone rang. I was driving and the action was interrupted by the phone which rang. So it might seem a little difficult, but again, I will give you a link for practice, so you can do more practice of this grammar. And the more you practice, the easier it will become. And I will also give you a link for more detailed description, explanation of this grammar. Alright, so thank you very much for watching this video.